parents?
Yeah, I forgot. I was on hold.
No, that's fine. She knows the situation. Just if it was somebody else, then I wouldn't want them to know that.
Yeah.
I know she already knows.
Hey, we live right now. Can you hear that? All right, here go the intro. All right, welcome to Uncle Legend's Corner. I'll be your host, Uncle Legend. With me, as always, is my beautiful co-host, called Girl 6, better known as Fox.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Well, Fox, I don't know what's going on in the world right now.
Oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it?
I believe it is Wednesday. It might actually be Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, guys. Hump day. You know what day it is?
Hump day! I just hate them damn commercials.
So what's going on? Hey, in the chat.
People would like run them shits down to that. First of all, Chris, let me just tell you something. I just crushed them wings, and I'd like to thank you. Chris, boneless wing fanter, is not sacrilegious in his own time, and he does bone-in wings. Let me tell you something, brother. I broke fast and hopped right into those wings, brother.
He scarfed them down.
Scarfed them. As in, I almost ate the bowl. The bowl might not come back to work.
So he want to be like me today. He can't indulge in his alcoholic beverages, so I had to get him a bold ginger ale.
Hey, got me a bold ginger
Look
ale.
just the same. You never
You know what I'm saying? You never notice the difference except yours got a little more kick to it. Well, hey, your boy got that dark ginger ale. Hey, and it still hit. It's bold ginger ale. So it's like, I feel like I'm out here, like I'm back out here in these streets or something. I'm off the wagon, baby.
Hey, so
Oh, what's happening?
what's going on in the world today? Apparently, Will Smith, he just opened up a can of worms for these comedians in a way. It's going to be a lot of stuff. So T.I. apparently.
Ain't that the
Took it
first
upon
comedian I
himself.
said something about?
Comedian.
I'm sorry.
So T.I. went on stage when a comedian was doing her set because she mentioned him and his allegations with his wife, with sex trafficking women and all of that. And he jumped on stage. Took the mic, grabbed the mic, tried to correct her about it. He was cussing at her, obviously. So they did a little back and forth. He ended up hugging her and stuff. And she went to social media talking about he called her a bitch and did all this stuff. And he probably did, but they didn't portray the other side of it when they made
Keep
him in.
my name out your fucking mouth.
Yes.
That's what he should have said to her.
I mean, he was saying, stop fucking lying or something like that. He was saying to her on stage. He just kept doing it during her entire set, apparently. So that was funny. I was like, damn, Will Smith really just started a thing.
You know what the funny
It's not
part?
going to be the last one.
No, somebody gonna get comedians gonna start packing tool on them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna be like, that shit ain't funny. I'm coming up. Oh, toodles. Like, somebody gonna get their ass shot right there on stage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the crazy thing about T.I. is T.I. is a stand-up comedian.
You talking about?
I'm talking about Tip Harris, Rubber Band Man,
Oh,
24s.
I didn't know he was a comedian.
Yeah, he's a
When
stand-up
was a
comedian. He's been doing it for almost a year now.
Oh, he decided to do that. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing stand-up
I've
comedy.
never heard of it.
Only reason I know it is, I don't know, I seen something. It's like, yeah, Tip Harris. That's why I remember when I was telling you, it was like, I said Tip do comedy too, like run up on stage if you want to. Because I'm telling you something that Tip going to have in the audience, some shooters. Like, you going to come up there if you want to.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he do stand-up.
I mean,
so
I'll
it's
go
crazy
watch
to hear.
his set if he
I don't know how
collab
good he
with
is.
Dro.
I haven't did.
Ain't I? No, I like ain't I? Ain't I?
What they got to do with comedy?
That's the only way I'll see him. If he do a little set.
So if he
do a
come
little
to the little
set.
spot down here in Jacksonville that we be going to, not the Funny Bone or whatever. What's the name of it?
Comedy Zone.
Oh yeah, Comedy Zone. So it's T.I. come to Comedy Zone. We not going to see T.I.
We ain't going to see T.I.
Man,
I don't
you
believe
ain't
in him
going
as a
to
comic.
You ain't going to
So-
see T.I.
As a rapper, yeah, I believe in him.
You ain't going to see T.I. Let me tell you where your boy gonna be at. 24s, right? I'm out, bro. I take the dog with me. Like, come on, Rocky. He's a certified 100. What is he? What? Purebred good boy.
You're a very good boy.
He's a purebred good boy.
Yeah, so that happened over this past week.
Yo, this bold ginger ale.
You think you're drinking, huh?
Yeah, I feel
see
like
you done downed it.
I think I got a buzz. I'm motherfucker over here drinking Old Duels. I'm drinking liquor version, the liquor version of Old Duels.
You ain't drinking nothing.
That might just have something to do with the fact that I'm thirsty as hell. But,
Yeah, you thirsty.
all right.
So that went down. Also, the issue Twitter has been blowing up about.
Twitter is a
about-
fucking war zone.
I know. So apparently, this young girl was with her team, high school team, I believe it is. She is a power lifter.
Okay, I saw that one.
Yep, she's a power lifter, and the judges told her that she couldn't compete because she had beads in her hair. So everybody got all up, up in arms about it. The teammates from other teams came to try to help her hurry up and take out her hair so she can compete. I thought that was dope, first of all.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
That her competitors are coming to help her because they feel like, yo, that's messed up.
When you compete in things like that, though, people want to beat. They want to just do their best. It's not so much about they want to see you do bad. I noticed that a lot about like weightlifters and stuff. It's like it ain't like, oh, I don't want to see you beat my PR. It's like, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see you do your best. I do my best. I see you one day when we're better.
It was no color lines, white, black, Hispanic. Everybody came to try to help her snatch all these beads out before it was time for her to go. And people are upset about it because, okay, so on the one hand, they feel as though African-American women has always been targeted about our hair. We don't get a job. We get harassed in school, all this stuff about the way we wear our natural hair. So, Dove and the senator in California was pushing to pass the Crown Act. Okay, so, but the thing is, everybody's complaining and talking about, well, what about the Crown Act? Okay, so let me go back to this here. So
I forgot what the acronym is.
The acronyms.
No, I forgot the acronym is. I know it's about hair, but.
Yeah, so before I go to all of that, so they were talking about the Crown Act, but the Crown Act is not in every state. So, and more than likely, it's probably, yeah, it's not in every state. And so you're talking about a measure too. So the Crown Act means, go here, creating respectful open world for natural hair. So that's what the Crown Act is. And so it passed in certain states, but it's not in every state.
Let me tell you how slow
by
I am.
Holly Mitchell, Democratic in Los Angeles.
I literally just think that your hair is a crown and they just use crown. I didn't even know it was an acronym.
So
your boy's not smart.
I mean, it's kind of a dual thing.
Yeah, I know it was a double entendre that they
Yeah.
went for, but I didn't even know it was an acronym. I just thought it was straight to the crown.
Yeah.
But I think it's crazy, but yeah, we still got work to do in this country. Like that,
Yeah.
like while people wild surprised, like, oh, is that? This dude don't know, like, you got to understand, like, this judge who probably said something about it. I would imagine if I had to bet dollars to donuts that he's white.
Probably so.
And the flip side of it is he don't know nothing about it. He just looking at them beads. He don't know how they attach.
Yeah, he don't
know nothing,
what.
right? So we be so quick to jump on people and say it's racist. Like, I can understand that the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have changed it. But one, how many women, black women been like big in powerlifting and had their hair a certain way. When you bring something new to the stage, they have to like view it and see how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first time somebody probably seen somebody dunk a basketball in the NBA back when it was the ABA. So they're like, the hell did he just do?
Right. Like what is that? Is that move sanctioned?
Hey, hold on, time out. Tech, foul, travel. I don't know what to call. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when people do that, I think it's the same thing with that. That dude sitting there looking at beads. He don't know how they attach.
Yeah.
He don't know that they flipped up and then double rubber band and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
he don't know nothing about the culture.
That's what people are saying. Like, those beads are secure. Venus and Serena played with beads for a very long time.
Yeah,
and
but
then lose a bead.
Yeah, but was that dude supposed to come to that reference? Like, I'm saying the rules is jacked.
Mm-hmm.
Black women should have to worry about that. But that one man, even if it was a black man who never dealt with anybody with braids, it's like, he's supposed to know this much about hair. Why do we in people, everybody, every culture, sex, everything, why do we think because something is important to us that everybody's supposed to know about it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely adore shooting guns and stuff like that. I don't expect people to know about rifle betting and all types of stuff. Like, I don't come at you with that. We are married, and I don't be like, hey, Fox, I was thinking about changing the rifle betting. You don't know what rifle betting is? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about getting the machine services relapped. You don't know what machine, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel too many times we hop on the high horse of people don't know the culture. And we're not, that doesn't make people want to learn the culture anymore, because all you wind up doing is the same thing that, like, a lot of times, like, even the LGBT community did, is like, instead of having teachable moments, it's thrash people, call them homophobic, this and that. You just radicalize people.
Right.
Like, that's what you do in those cases, is like, now you just radicalize people, and it's people now just like, all right, well, fuck it then. I don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
And they don't want to take the time to learn as well.
No, it's way harder to learn after you get smacked in the face about something. Like, it's one thing if I told you, like, hey, you need to learn this and that. You'd be like, okay. If I jab you in the face and be like, hey, yo, dumbass, this and that, da-da-da, get it together, that's not going to encourage you to become smarter on the subject. So I'm imagining, and I'm just, like, literally throwing it out there, that this man was probably white. So that's 2 shots away from the culture. Like, you already talking about, you're a man and he's white. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just saying like that removes him from the close firsthand experience. Unless, you know what I mean, like, his wife's black, maybe got a mixed daughter and some of that's different or whatever. But
so
chances I don't know.
People are also saying on the other end too that it's a safety issue, but no one can really explain what's the safety issue in having the beads. Only one person that I've seen so far came up and said, well, it's because if a bead, even though they're secured, if it just so happened to get loose and she's in a stance or gets under her foot and she could slip. I'm like, beads don't work like that. You're not going to slip off of a bead, that falls. But I get the notion of what she was,
Yeah, and then the other thing too is, like, think about, like, when you used to play sports in high school. Could you wear your earrings when you play volleyball?
No, I had to take my earrings off. They had to be studs if I was going to wear them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we couldn't
take off my chains.
Like, the dudes who wore earrings or whatever, they couldn't wear earrings during it. We couldn't wear chains. We couldn't wear jewelry. We couldn't wear rings and stuff like that. You just couldn't. Like, that's always been what it is. We never really questioned. It was just like, oh, it's a safety thing. You don't want to get your chain popped. You don't want to get this and that, da-da-da-da, or whatever these reasons are. So
unless it's a religious piece, then you're allowed to keep that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
I mean, it's
just like, do it one and do it all.
Nah, that's just like everything where it's like, this is safety. Unless it's between you and God, then God gonna protect them beads from coming out. Like, but the thing with the beads is they don't know, and then too, I think with the regulation of it is like, yeah, the beads are secure, but how you never seen a girl beads fall out?
Ever. Yeah, I seen beads fall out.
That's what I'm saying.
Fall out, pulled out.
But that's what I'm saying is like on the tennis court, maybe it's more pores. Maybe they could do something this and that. Maybe these is pro athletes and they know they getting their shit done right. It's like you don't know just because of the way something's supposed to be done doesn't mean that you know it's done that way. So it's like I can't really say that I blame this judge looking. He's not like, oh, let me see. Oh yeah, this got 2 rubber bands on them. Like, yeah, and she already had her ends clipped. All right, run it. She good.
Whoever did her hair took the time to do it. I know they're upset.
I mean, all they did was the beads.
That's really time consuming. Number one. Oh, they probably use a little beater too. That's still time consuming. It's it's not worse. Worse than the original way of putting beads.
Yeah, I guess. Yes, I don't know, man. I think this is one of those ones where it's like I'm all about like. I think it's just sensitive right now because the whole Jada topic, because of black women's hair. Yeah. Because of black women's hair, I think that's why. I think we're making more of a big deal out of it. Like, there's a lot of cases where it's like this is an issue, right? Like, the military just getting to a point where women can wear locks and everything in the military. You know what I'm saying? Wear their hair the way like they look like decent human beings. Because I'm telling you, the bad wigs that I used to see, early 2000 wigs back then, it's like them shits
Oh
was
my
pure made out of
Like
melted
your
Barbie ass.
grandma.
Yeah, I'm telling you, them shits was like
Grandma
20.
wigs.
You know what I mean? You see a girl pop her hat on, she got 27 piece on there. Like, hey yo, how old are you? Like, where's your daughter at that work here? Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's coming a long way, but I just don't think you can blame this. He don't know. And then what happens if one of the beads come off? And then you got to regulate the size of beads, because now what happened? Like them little beads probably ain't gonna trip you. Like
She
them
had a
little,
small one.
yeah, she gonna have the small. But what happened when you got the big wooden ones,
Right,
like the
the
ones
wooden
you would
ones,
put
the
over
Kenya
yours?
beads.
Yeah, the Kenya beads or something. Now you got the big wooden beads.
Yeah.
You try and go ahead and hit a lift or something like that. Hit one of them on the back of the heel. So
yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I guess it has to be right. So that you go into regulation. So I guess so. Let's do all of them for now, and we'll revisit it. You know, we'll table it until another day.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are. I don't know what the rules are or whatever. So I can't.
Powerlifting.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules
I
are for
don't know.
powerlifting. I don't know if that was already a rule and we were complaining about that it shouldn't be a rule, or if it's not a rule and he just made judgment as a judge. But now think about it on the flip side. He getting slack this way. What happened if he did do it? Her beads weren't secure, and then she rolls and drops hundreds of pounds on her and breaks something. The first thing they're gonna look is like, why you're a judge? Why'd you even let her have that?
Why you let her have that?
You know what I mean? So you damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's kind of like when you don't let people. It's kind of like when you get into an argument with somebody at the club. Like if you security, you let them in, and man, we can't let nobody else in. Come on, man, just let me in with this and that. Da da da. You let them in. Some shit happen. Fire marshal come shut the whole shit down, and now it's like, well, why you let them in the first place? Like, they ain't gonna be the ones who like, oh, like old girl who if she had stepped on the bead and broke her leg or something, she wasn't about to be like, no, let that judge live. She gonna be mad at the world because that was like her, you know what I mean? That was her passion or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, the best thing about that whole thing was that everybody came together and just
That's the
helped her
beautiful,
out.
like that's the beauty of the moment. I took that and I'm gonna look at.
They can fight the rest of that stuff later, but I think they're really taking the Crown Act. It doesn't say anything about. It just says natural hair in your natural state.
Yeah.
Right. So if you locked, you locked. If you kinky curl, you can wear it out. Kinky
If
curl.
you braid it,
cornrow,
braided, cornrow,
twist,
box
whatever.
braids, whatever.
Didn't say anything about hair dressing.
Bantu twist, knots
So-
or whatever, bantu knots, whatever you want to do.
And people tried to make it a thing, make an issue with the Caucasian girls there who wear barrettes and all this stuff like that. So they feel as though, well, they need to be regulated too then. If you're going to talk about our hair dressings and their hair dressings too,
sure.
needs to be regulated. But I was like, there's still a difference between a bead and a barrette, you know?
Yeah, a barrette, you step on a barrette, good
or
to go.
a scrunchie.
Yeah, or a scrunchie. It's like a
Yeah.
scrunchie is like I ain't never slipped on a scrunchie. I ain't never slipped on the bead either, but I feel if I had to slip on one of them, it'd be you're not gonna get that mosquito. That mosquito's busting your ass out here. All right, we ain't gonna. He getting too much airtime. That's Mike the mosquito. He on broadcast now. All right, what else you thinking about, baby? Because my executive producer's carrying this podcast because your boy been struggling the last few days.
He been struggling on what? Your Ramadan mission. And you've been doing great. So
It's real out here.
yeah, you've been doing great at it. So don't worry about that. And what y'all have going on in L Chats today? I see some few people on there.
Yeah, let's go on. What y'all got? What y'all got now to think to? What y'all been thinking about? What's been on y'all mind? What y'all been going through? We not talking no more about that damn Chris Rock, Will Smith stuff. So and we not directly talking about it. We'll talk about how it affected things because I just feel it opens up a lot of conversations, and I think a lot of the things we've been doing lately have just been opening up a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
And it's conversations that need to be had. But I don't feel the problem I feel is that there's too many people who don't have an opinion who just get angry. And I think too many of those people own the internet.
Yeah. That's true. You know, one thing though, I think that without all of this notoriety of Will Smith and everything, I think that it just really brings more issues to the table. You know, you talking about mental health, you talking about
The only thing about the mental health thing for me, the mental health piece is we don't have the same energy for Kanye. So I just feel like mental
they
health.
pick and choose, you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pick and choose with everything. And it's human nature, right? So I mean there's that. But this is what I'm getting at. It's like you have these times where people just pick and choose what to get outraged about. And we continuously do this, and it's amazing to me. right? So we sit here and we talk about Will Smith, and then we don't talk about Kanye, and then people be like, "Oh, I'm act ass, I'm act ass," and it's all good, and we know they got a problem. Like for instance, like our friend who gets too drunk, and they're like, "Oh, they're so fun," you know, it's that one drunk person and a bunch of people crew was like just a sloppy drunk, it's like, "Oh, she's the one so fun," and then when they fuck their life up and get a DUI, go to jail or go to the hospital and got to get their stomach pump and activated charcoal and all that, then we like, "Oh man, that's crazy." Now. That wasn't our friend. That was the person that just made the night more fun and let us release our inhibition. So we could be like, oh, that person, I'm not gonna be worse than them. So if I act a little ass, I throw up or something like that, it ain't gonna be that bad because this person is the, you know what I mean, gonna go way over the top. You're not, and we're not really their friend at that point. We're just like, oh, we were using them for a spectacle, and then we just toss them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And too many times that's what we do with like mental health, everything. It's just like you know, it was a point in time where honestly, I thought that every rapper who flopped and said they was gay, I was like, as soon as they went gay, I'm like, yeah, that shit ain't sell. Like dead ass. I got to a point where it was like, yeah, that shit ain't sell. Yep. Now I'm come out there. Well, I'm coming. Oh, I got to do this and that. And it's like, if you gay, fine. If you a woman, if you're a man, if you this and that, da. My issue comes into when you try to make, it's like how we were saying about like the Lizzo thing.
Yeah.
When you try to come out there with the whole like, oh, I'm big, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, and you put and instead of your talent as an artist on display, you put your sexuality and everything on display. And when people judge that, you can't be mad at that. You get what I'm saying? Like if that's what you present to the world, if that's what you're selling, like what we say about men and women. You know what I mean? If I'm selling money, and then I really don't got money and you out because I don't got the money, it's like I sold you money. You bought money. You bought into the idea of the money. When I didn't have the product that you purchased, that you was willing to give me the time, sex, all the stuff that I want from you to purchase, then you left. And vice versa. It's like, oh, she fine as hell. She just and that, da. And then they pop off the 40mm lashes, the busted biscuits come out when the waist trainer come off, poop, poop, pop, pop. And then now I'm not getting what I was sold. So too many times we had that, we had that happen to us where like things, we just get sold a dream, and that's what we get sold with a lot of these things. We try to sell these things, right, is what I'm getting at. Like, so you come out and instead of being an artist, like for instance, like with Lil Nas X, my biggest issue like with Lil Nas X is I don't like his music. I don't care what he does, like the whole pregnant thing and all that. I don't care what he does. I don't like his music. Like Kanye West, all these other shenanigans and stuff he do, I don't care. His last album wasn't good. Like, you know what I mean? That's
to you, it wasn't good. Some other people may feel as though it is.
Producers feel as good. People who like music, you know what I mean? That shit was mid at best. Like, nah, bro. Like, so that'd be my issue. Is like you start off by selling something. Like if you went out there and you was like, oh, I'm a woman and this and that, da. And then you start getting like, if you went out there like, I'm a woman, I have the most beautiful locks ever, and this is what, and you get famous for like, oh, Fox with the most beautiful locks ever, and then somebody come and be like, oh, your squares ain't this, or your lock ain't this, or the ends of your locks ain't that, da. And you start getting judged, and it's like, now you're picking on black women in their hair. No, this is what you sold. So this is what you would be judged by. Yeah, so it's like, this is what you be judged by. You come out there and you sell your body because sex sells, and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to just show everybody how sexy I am. Then when you're not sexy or something anymore, it's like, hey, here you are, right?
You had a good run.
You had a good run, baby.
You had a good run.
Had a good run. I've been in the dumb memes right there.
What?
Nah, it's one that I had seen where this bear got pissed off with his kids, bringing them across the street.
Oh, I saw that one.
I think I sent it to you.
Yeah. No, we watched that together.
Oh, we watched it together? Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Badass kids. They everywhere.
Yeah, badass kids. And all the elements is like these badass kids.
Somebody in the comments said, I'm glad to see that it's just every species have badass kids.
Every species got to go through that
it's
shit.
It's not just mine.
Yeah. We got, so Unc said China new COVID shut down 26 million people. They have a new variant in China.
Yeah, they always always
I ain't surprised. Goddamn Wuhan Weezer.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right there at the manufacturing. That's like saying, hey, Nike got a new pair of basketball shoes out. Like,
yeah.
That's where they make them. Like,
that's where they make them at.
That's where the hell they make them at. So I ain't too much for it.
Yeah.
Oh, what was good, man?
I think, so I was talking to someone on the phone, not someone, a homie of mine, I guess you can say. And so he was telling me about a date he went on, and the girl ate his food. while he was, yeah, they went on a date or whatever. He took her on a date, and she kept saying like, "Oh, you don't like those?" I think it was like shrimp and something. And he was just, brush it off 3 times, and then he was just like, "I ain't gonna eat it right now, or whatever." So she was like, "I'll have some," and she just went and ate his plate. First date.
I'm disgusted.
They
Right
never.
now. I'm wild disgusted.
Yes.
Like she got no fucking etiquette.
No etiquette. And so he just kind of expressed how he was so livid. He was just like, this bitch, this is the first and the last time I ain't gonna ever
that's a perfect example of a woman who is capitalizing on the opportunity to be on a date with a man because she needs food.
Because she need food, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, she must have been hungry.
Because I don't be respecting this. Like, if you just got a regular appetite, cool. If you out eat me, I officially think like, oh, you starved yourself for this date, huh?
Right.
That's why
offer it to you.
Yeah, that's why women that's why some women be mad about the date when you cancel on, be like, hey, I got canceled this. I ain't ate all day. Like now I gotta actually throw out some food and feed my kids or some shit. Like, no, fuck out of here.
Myself, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know. To me, that's wild unattractive because, I'll just help myself. Like, why'd you come here that hungry? You ordered food. You know what I mean? We probably got an appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Order food, drinks, everything else. And then you're going to reach your hand over here. She would have went to the ER because I might have accidentally stabbed her right through the fucking hand with the fork. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was a reaction. I'm sorry.
And then said, like every guy is supposed to pay for every date every time. Like it doesn't matter where they go, what they're doing. So that's fine, and I understand why she might feel like that. But his response to her was like, what did you do to deserve me even spending X amount of dollars on you?
Yeah.
And she didn't have an answer for that. There was no answer for that. So
because too many times you wind up in that era of like people don't understand their X factor, I should say, right? So there's things about it, like there's things on the surface that obviously will make us attractive to the opposite sex, right? Or the same sex, but you know what I mean? There's things that's obviously attractive about us that will do that. But what it comes down to is we don't understand the X factor sometimes. So too many times, like we were saying about like women have been, due to society and due to their own bullshit, have been judged off of their looks. So they feel like that's all I need, right? I'm gonna do this, and I'm do that, and the man should do all this stuff for me. It's kind of like how dudes will say some stuff about, I want an old fashioned woman, and I want her to cook, I want her to clean, I want to do all this and that. Well, you want her to do all that while y'all live in an apartment where you don't fix shit. Y'all pay half on the bills or something like that. You don't fix shit. You don't carry shit. You ain't even opening the door for the damn woman, and then you expect her to do everything you do, and take care of the kids, cook, and do everything else like that, clean. It's like, yeah, you wildin', bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You expecting this 1950s woman and you coming out here with this, we don't want no scrubs dude from the video.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? So a lot of times, with women, it's the same thing because women fuck the game up too with this. It ain't just like the men getting bad. It's like how many times men have been on dates and it's like, now you and somebody on phone is food dude.
Yeah, I mean.
You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with that type of stuff, you got to start thinking. And women got this option, right? Women want equal pay, right? Right. So me and you are both engineers. Me and you both make $150,000 a year. Okay, so you date 3 dudes who are engineers. You get 3 free meals. I date 3 women who are engineers. I pay for 3 fucking meals.
Yeah, you do.
And they tell women, date often and date this and that. And go out and do this and
date often and date long.
Yeah, it's like serial daters. And it's like, you know why? Because it's financially beneficial for y'all to go because y'all get to travel and do a whole bunch of stuff based off of how y'all look. People not doing that because nobody's over here like, girl, you know what? I want to take you to the Bahamas because your personality is phenomenal. Like this wild ass personality.
Some people want to say some shit like that.
Yeah, they want to say it, but come on, man, get out of here.
It made me think about that video I watched on probably either Instagram or Facebook where the guy had a Corvette. He was trying to talk to some girl who didn't know he had it.
Yeah, they do a lot of those prank videos.
Now gold digger videos, right? So she get in the car finally after she realized it was him. And then he was like, so what I got to do to be with you? She was like, oh, I want one of these. Can you buy one of these? Because this is nice. And he was like, why would I get you a car and I just met you? Well, I mean, while we're talking, you can just start thinking about what kind of gifts you want to give me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. Is like that women, we are the prize. You got so many women now who think like they are the prize and they bring nothing, like nothing to the table. It's like, you're cute. You know how many women are cute and also not a headache? What he say? Unc said, man put okie dokie in women now.
Man, put an okie dokie in women.
Yeah.
You got to explain that.
Yeah. And then who this? Oh, this the Cobra. This fucking Mungie. He said they're called Asians. I guess he's talking about women who would do everything and come back. They're called Asians. It's like, no. Yeah. My homeboy, when we was overseas, we was in Japan or something like that, and we was out late drinking, doing everything else, and he's up there like, man, I'm about to go to this massage parlor. I'm like, oh, you gonna get your dick sucked, huh? He'll be like, no, maybe I just want a massage. Don't nobody want a massage at 2:00 in the morning. He like, you just want some Japanese woman to get on. He like, first of all, she ain't gonna be Japanese. He a professional whoremonger.
Oh, he is.
He looked at me and he was like, first of all, she ain't gonna be Japanese. She gonna be Chinese. Second of all, it ain't doing nothing wrong because them bitches ain't got no soul. I'll see you later.
Oh, my God, that's messed up.
I'm like,
ain't got no soul.
He'll be like, ain't got no soul. He like, this is just work. This is the same as doing nails to them. He's like, I'm like, God damn, dog.
That's messed up. I ain't even gonna do it. No.
Yeah.
No, no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not doing it.
You better talk about your nails again?
No, we're not doing it.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Can't make this shit up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I can't make this shit up. Man allegedly got up to 90 COVID vaccine shots so he could sell the vaccine cards.
What? Damn, what? Oh, my God. He just skied airman himself.
Yeah, this dude, hey, he's 60. He must really needed the money.
He's 60 years old?
Yeah, he going to be
He
about
was
it.
like, I can make a killing.
I can make a killing out here.
Killing off this
So I think this is a
90 vaccines?
90 vaccines. So,
oh my
damn,
God.
it just open. Everybody wants you to sign up. So in this Berlin, a 60-year-old man allegedly had himself vaccinated against COVID-19 dozens of times in Germany in order to sell forged vaccination cards with real vaccine batch numbers to people not wanting to get the vaccine, not to get vaccinated themselves. The man
he's a martyr. He's kind of self-sacrificing and shit. I like it. Okay, you doing it for a cause. I feel you.
Yeah,
I'm all for the cause now.
Yeah, with the man from Eastern German city of Magdeburg, whatever, whose name was not released in the line of German privacy rules, is said to have received up to 90 COVID vaccine shots at vaccination centers in the eastern state of Saxony for months until criminal police caught him this month. The German news agency reported. Maybe he was trying to get all the stones so he could do the gauntlet. Like the next disease come, he's like, Pfizer,
That's
Moderna,
crazy.
Johnson
He
&
wouldn't have got
Johnson.
the ones that wasn't even FDA approved or anything. He was
Wow.
like, whatever.
You know what? It ain't that many that's FDA approved. But I ain't even gonna get into all that. But
90 vaccination cards. That's
yeah, he
crazy.
just getting thumped. But I'm telling you right now, if he catch COVID, so help me
He
God.
don't care. He like, YOLO.
No, I'm just saying, if he catch COVID though, it's like how?
Oh, he shouldn't after this. He shouldn't even
How?
have
I don't care
a
when
sneeze.
I don't care when COVID 22 dropped. He should be immune to that shit too.
He shouldn't have a sneeze. That's crazy.
Bungie said gingers don't have souls either. That has been proven to be facts.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey man, you ain't never heard that before? That gingers don't have souls?
No.
I don't know. Maybe it's a military thing because I learned that in the military. There's like gingers don't have souls. One like hey, and I'm talking about that shit.
Ginger,
is preach.
speak up for yourself. If you're in the room, speak up.
Soulless ass ain't gonna say nothing. Soulless ass gingers. What they gonna say? What was the other crazy shit? Yeah, yeah. So it's this preacher over in Africa, right? And he is actually body slamming people in the congregation.
In the name of what?
In the name of the Lord.
Ooh.
I'm talking about like he fireman carry people, like pick them up, get them up there for a good fireman carry, and then kind of like I forgot what wrestler used to do it when they flip you off of there, and I think it might be like John Cena or something, whatever he called his move or something like that. But he'll flip it off and boom, and just slamming them into open chairs. Like he got open chairs up there, like sat up like 10 chairs, like kind of like school type chairs, like these, just slamming people into them shit.
And what they doing? They ain't what?
In the name of the Lord, like
They getting up good.
nah, they feeling the spirit. They actually laying there feeling the spirit for a little while, cause
Oh my God!
that shit
Is this supposed to happen, Lord?
yeah, I'm telling you right now, that shit to me is like
Ain't no way in hell. Okay.
I'm talking about he coming with the
Oh my God. that's
Jesus,
crazy.
man. No, Jesus ain't asked for that. Jesus ain't even know what wrestling was, bro.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild as hell. What y'all got? So you said genders on how we talked about that one. Yeah, I think that thing about what do you to go back to that? What do you think about men paying for everything? Do you think men, honestly, not because it benefits you as a woman, but like, do you think men should pay for every meal? You think men should pay for everything?
Not for everything. I don't, cause I was coming into my own, and I was like, well, I could do it too. I'm not helpless. I especially if I don't know about you, and I decide, okay, well, let me see, go on a date or something like that to see what's up. I'll pay for myself because just in case.
Why you ain't pay for yourself
I'm
on
not
our
feeling
date?
for you.
You was feeling
Because I was liking you. You stood me up twice. You stood me up 2 times before we actually got on a date.
and I gave you 2 rings for it, so I feel like we good. 2 rings made up for them 2 goddamn dates.
You
Your boy
stood me
was
up
busy.
twice. I guess you got me back because I swiped all over you 4 times.
That's what happened.
I just wanted it to be done. Nope, I'm going on this damn date, so I don't have to see this guy no more to pop up in my likes. That's it.
And now you gotta see me
We
every
done.
fucking morning. Every morning you wake up and go to sleep at night. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the face you swipe left on. Now you married me. Eyes is married now.
But yeah, so I don't. It depends because if I'm not sure about you, I would definitely like.
I'm not talking about what you think is fair. I'm just talking about like and just keeping it fair. Since everybody want to talk this shit about like equals and this and that and da 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 da, and we gonna make the same amount of money. If we making the same amount of money, why should I pay all the bills? Now I know it's tradition and it's everything else, but everybody want to say down with the patriarchy. Well, that's part of the goddamn patriarchy. Get rid of that too, then.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Because otherwise, I'm like, yeah, man, pay the bills. You want to pay for that? Go ahead and pay for my food. I'm hungry. Feed me. Yes.
So you like the patriarchy, or you want the patriarchy gone?
So I like certain things about the patriarchy.
So here we go. That's
Nah.
that one that 1950s
certain
man without that
things.
uppercut that come with the dirty house.
Ain't nobody gonna get
Who do you
uppercut.
Yeah, because everybody, I want that 1950s man. You want that 1950s jab when that motherfucking steak cold?
Oh my god.
Body out. Pop.
Ain't nobody doing that. So
Okay.
yeah, I like certain things about the patriarchy. I don't like all of the things. Just certain.
You like the things about the
I like the
patriarchy that
preferential
don't equal
treatment.
the preferential treatment and the lack of accountability.
I don't say lack of accountability,
That's
but the
100%
treatment. Yes,
lack of
definitely.
accountability.
I do. So I would definitely get my like I said, it depends for me. I would go on a date. I would pay for a date for 2 reasons. If I'm not sure about you, because I don't want you to be like, oh, this bitch took my money. Nah, you go. You good. You ain't gonna talk shit about me. Bye. I got my own food. Or if like I really like you and we went on a few dates already, I'm like, I got it this time. You know, I got you, and that's it.
Yeah, but you see what I mean about that's zero investment for the woman. Zero investment. Like, so the thing that drive me crazy is like on top of that, a woman, damn it, almost,
The mosquito ain't gonna come no.
yeah,
Gonna bite me.
he gonna get your ass. But like the thing that'll get crazy to me is jumping the show. I hear your ass acting like a street fighter, bro. You soft now. Stop being hard, bruh. I'm Viagra dick. I'm always hard.
Oh my god.
Don't you ever think I am. The boys in the hood is always hard. Your uncle said, were you at the restaurant and the man looking for sex, he asked you're going home tonight, and he said no, he tricked her to pay her half at the restaurant. So I think he's saying that somebody got tricked into paying for the meal or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. They went on a date or whatever, and the dude, she ordered all this like wild shit. And I think that's kind of crazy too. When you go out there
doing the
ordering
most,
shit, when you
yeah.
ordering shit that you can't pay for,
You deserve.
I don't
to
feel
be
bad
stuck with your own bill.
I don't feel bad for no woman
Yeah.
at all who go out on a date, order $300 worth of shit, and then can't pay for it, and then be like, his broke ass, he shouldn't have took me on a date. No, your broke ass shouldn't have went out there.
Shouldn't have went out to eat.
You went out there only. It's the difference between
Yeah.
not wanting to pay and can't pay.
Yeah.
Like if you can't pay for the shit, then understand that you are capitalizing on something, and people gonna want that something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can pay all your own shit, this and that, and you're willing to pay your shit, cool. But I think it's too many times. It's like if we think about what's fair, is it really fair that dudes pay for everything? And we say we want equality and pay, we want all of this stuff, and then we still want chivalry though. Nah.
Yeah, I want the chivalry. I like the chivalry, so definitely
know
have
you
the
like the
chivalry.
chivalry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But he talking about, so she was sitting there, she ordered all this crazy shit, and then old boy was like, okay, split the check. So his shit was
he like, come home with me tonight, and she like,
yeah, like nah. And it's like, Mm-mm.
At this point, he done paid $350, $400
For your
food.
meal alone, and now you over here like, oh, that was good, this and that.
He done paid it. He paid it. I mean, he can get a date on the street for less than that.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I get it.
Hey,
However,
yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. When my uncle
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have went to a restaurant and order up the whole menu. Just
why
to
you
see if
ordering
he
shit
gonna
that
pay.
you can't afford?
For what?
Like, oh, and they got women that say all of this dumb shit. Like,
You don't eat all
it's done
that.
became like an ignorant ass culture to see like, what can you get a man to do? There's Jason saying,
I
"Fox,
see it.
come get your boy." Hashtag always soft. You wrong. I be tough sometimes. Yeah, but it's crazy. You go out on a date and do all of this shit and then be mad. You know why you mad? Because like when the dude brought the girl out there, he went on a trip, met this girl on Instagram, sent all this stuff, flew out there, and then she ain't looked at what she did. She got flued out. Now she wasn't ugly, but she wasn't as advertised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? If she advertised like a rock solid 10 and then show up a 7.5, she ain't ugly.
Yeah.
Definitely fuckable, but not fly you out fuckable in his opinion. Like,
Yeah, he felt like I want them pictures. Like that's
I want the
full of
pictures.
makeup and like, come on, you ain't gonna get that. She
But
came
who-
with her natural self, and she
but
was
whose
cute.
fault is that?
She was cute too, but not cute enough for him, I guess.
I just think that, like we said, men
But look
fake
at
security.
him though,
It don't matter. He flew her out. He did his part.
ugly.
Is that what he getting judged for? So she not as cute as she was and broke.
But
So she was
she's
more-
very beautiful. It's not like she.
It don't matter. He ordered what he wanted what he wanted. Like, you advertised
So
something
she
that
just
didn't come
came
through.
with
With.
an extra pound of makeup instead of what he would be waking up to.
I don't know. But what I'm saying is I ordered something. I don't care how y'all make it in the kitchen. If I ordered the fucking 10 wings, don't send me hush puppies.
That's crazy.
Like, I came in like, oh, she should have just came with the makeup. If I come in there and you see me in the picture and I'm over there, I'm in the picture and I'm built like an action figure, beard busting and this and that, it's like, oh, well, I should have just came with my fake beard. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to pop this off. I'm going to take off my waist trainer
Like
and
a
this and that.
busted biscuit.
Yeah, and now I'm in here built like a fucking bag of clothes talking about some, oh, you being shallow, you know, like me. It's like, I got to look good and have money.
But that's different. That's different than her.
How's that different?
Than what she had to. She brought herself and she was still beautiful.
You don't know what the pictures look like.
Her pictures?
Yeah.
If we talking about the same girl, this girl was still beautiful.
No, we talking about the girl on. I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the one we saw together on Twitter. I'm talking about the dude was shooting a video live with the girl.
Oh no, I didn't see
there,
that one.
and they was like on the balcony at a hotel or something. She like, well, I'm not ugly. This thing, like, but you don't look like what you said. I know you talking about the light skinned girl.
Yeah.
Like she was fine. She was fine as Rafi. I ain't gonna cap. But the one I'm talking about is like she was okay. Like, she wasn't ugly, but the pictures was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? All of this Photoshop, this, that, and the third, and then it show up and it's like, yo, you good looking.
That ain't
Like,
what I got.
but it's not what you order. I'm not gonna order I'm not gonna order a Bugatti, and then when you show up with a Viper or a Corvette, be like, well, a Corvette or a Viper is still a nice car.
But what ended up happening with that story?
He told her ass to find a way home.
Oh, finally, he didn't give her a round trip? I wouldn't even win if I ain't had a round trip, first of all.
Especially if
flew
you-
me out, you going to flew me back. That's what
Especially if you
gonna
knew
do.
you was catfishing.
Yeah. So maybe he probably was like, nah, you ain't staying here. Now she got to find her a place to stay. You know,
Yeah, it
during
was
the
something about that.
time.
Like, he got to find a
Yeah.
hotel and this and that.
I'd have been like, all right, go make new friends. Hey, I'm in the area. What's up?
Yeah, Unc said for me it's a man. I don't care about makeup on a woman. I love curves on a woman, thick or slim. Nobody's saying that like they don't like it. I'm just saying it's like, don't advertise something. Like, you'll sit there like, if you saw a woman and she's supposed to be this, it's like, I ordered one thing. Like, think of it as an order. Like, if a woman ordered me as a man, and it's like, I say I'm 60. How many times have you been catfished by dudes when it's like, oh, I'm 6'3", and then you meet him and he's 3'6"?
Man, I've been catfished a lot.
What I'm saying is, was the dude not still handsome? The dude was still handsome and everything else. Like you was talking about.
Well, one of them
See?
was not the same person.
But no, but that shouldn't matter.
At
That shouldn't matter.
all.
Yeah.
Like, at all. But I don't know who this person was. This is not you.
I don't feel safe right now. So I had to date like.
But we had a great conversation. I don't care. Like, no. We finna round these drinks up. I'm going to drink me 2-3 drinks, and I'm out. Conversation very bare dry.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what's wrong?
I'm watching sports at
What's
this
wrong
point.
with a dude having that same energy?
I mean, okay, so if he gonna have the energy, okay, but if the girl looked okay without makeup,
it's not about the okay. It's about if I bought a Bugatti, don't bring me a Corvette. A Corvette is still a wonderful car. Still a great car. I didn't order a fucking Corvette. I didn't do all of this for a Corvette.
Well, he have a right
I
to
could
his
have got
own
a
preference. He have a right
It's
to
not
his
about the preference. It's
whatever.
about the fact that it never would have happened. It's this thing that like people say when like it's like when this dumbass question that people ask, and it's like especially like damn near any woman I've been with that asked me this question was like, if I wasn't pretty or if I wasn't this and that, da da da, would you still have liked me? It's like, no, I never would have found out you had a great personality. Like if you was ugly, I never would have found out you had a great personality. I wouldn't have been like, oh fuck, Fox is super dope. I would never known Fox was dope because Fox would have been ugly. So it's not that I wouldn't that like because we just wouldn't we don't travel the same circles before we got together. We don't know the same people that we would have came in contact and been like, oh, and got to spend time. Even if we went to a poetry event and I went to a poetry event and you was there and you looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I'm not about to find out you dope. It's just like, man, that girl back fucked up. Get that shit, Moses. Get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Poet. You know what I mean? So the crazy that started a fire with that makeup question last week. Not really, but keep it coming. But askunclelegend@gmail.com. But you get what I'm saying though. It's like it's what you order. So like if you meet me and I tell you, so let's say I show up and I'm 5'3". I said I was 6'3", but I'm damn handsome. I'm sharp, smell good, this and that, built good, this and that. So you cool with that?
No.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I still look good though. I still look good. No, but I still look good though.
Because I was on a date with a short guy, and I mean his personality was dope, and he was handsome, but he was like titty height for me, and I'm like, I can't.
That's perfect for him. That dude was sizing them titties up.
I'm like, I can't do this.
But what I'm saying is,
like,
but you get what I'm saying is about, was he ugly? No. Was he dope?
He was handsome.
But
He was
that's what
really
I'm saying. He
dope.
was handsome and he had a dope ass personality, but he's not what you ordered.
I ain't ordered.
You
that.
ordered the extra large and they sent you a medium.
I ain't ordered that at all.
But
He was
what?
like,
So
I know I'm short. You
so
know.
then
I
what?
was
So
like,
then okay,
yeah,
cool.
you
Then
are.
what's the difference? That like we're talking about the same thing in the situation
I
about
hope he found somebody, by the way, because he is dope.
He said that's my height. Yo, Mungie, if you don't get the hell out of here, he was not 5. You ain't 5 nothing. You ain't 5 nothing, bro. I got an 8-year-old your size. What up? That dude. But yeah. So that's. But you get what I'm saying. That's the same correlation. It's like not saying he wasn't ugly. He wasn't boring.
No, he wasn't.
He probably
boring.
paid for the date. Was a cool dude the whole nine.
Yeah.
The
paid
problem
for the
was
date.
that he was too damn short.
Yeah, he was just. I just
And that's
couldn't
your
see
preference.
myself with-
And that's your preference because you was like, hey, this
I
ain't what
like
I ordered.
tall women. That's what I always get. Oh, I like tall
I like
women.
tall women.
And, well, I like tall men, and we just not gonna match.
Mm.
That's what-
So why don't we go find what we
I'm
want?
glad you like what you want. Okay. 'Cause,
Hey, you see
got
that?
What I want.
Hey, you see that tall man, that tall woman over there? Yeah, you get one, I get the other. All right, we out here.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, so I'm just saying it's about the preference. I didn't order that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the preference. And one of the things that I think people got to understand is that everybody's entitled to a preference, including straight men. Like, straight men are entitled to their preference.
Yeah. Oh Lord, please do not get started with that.
Yeah.
Whole ass podcast about that
About what? About preferences?
of straight men.
Yeah, because like, and we could button this one and put it into the next one, but everybody can have a preference except straight men.
We had this conversation already.
Oh.
We're not having this conversation again
Everybody.
on this podcast. Ever
Next
again.
podcast.
We is done.
Next point.
We is done. We not are done. We is done.
Is
done.
you finished or you done?
Hey.
You finished or you done? You got a gun in your head?
Mhm.
Is it gun to your head time?
It's gone to your head time. What y'all
All right.
talking about in chat?
What's happening? So Mungie out here faking the funk, out here capping for the internet, saying that's my height.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick, a.k.a. Captain America out here in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Unc said attraction is everything in the beginning. Facts. And it's like, how do people get caught? Like, how do people, like, women might look at potential and might see the potential if they want to go further and look at something. Dudes, we immediately look at attraction. And the crazy thing about it is like, and it's a proven study that men stay closer to their weight class than women do. Not weight, like actual weight, but like, if a dude, like, if an average woman would say, oh, that dude's like a 6. He gonna stay around like 6s and 7s and stuff like that. A woman to be a 5, that dude's, and to say like money is the motivating factors, like she gonna look at a 10 and be like, I deserve that. Why?
I mean, everybody deserves something good.
No, everybody don't. That's why I don't tell people have a good day. People are like, hey, have a great day. I be like, have the day you deserve. Have the fucking day
have
you
the
deserve.
life you deserve.
Yeah, have what you deserve. And then people be
Whatever
like,
that may be.
and then people be like, well, what's that supposed to mean? This, that. I'm like, what, you a dirtbag or something? No, I'm a good person. Then what the fuck you worried about? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
When I
you
say
got
that,
the question in their life. They're like, hold up,
that's not my problem.
Do I deserve
That's
to have a good
not
day
my
today?
problem.
What did I do last night?
Think about your own shit. That's people. Hey, have a good day. No, have the day that you deserve.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. Don't come with me with the, oh, you trying to wish a bad time on me? What, you deserve a bad day? Then that ain't me. That's between you, God, and karma. And the district attorney probably.
Be your own judge, right?
Yeah, be your own judge. Just not, do you deserve a good day? Do you?
That thing is always loud in my ears.
That's because your headphones be on 9,000.
I like to hear me. Okay.
I like to hear you too.
Gunty head.
Yeah.
Be the person who flips the switch during execution, or be the judge who decides who should be executed.
That's good. That's good. Flip the switch or sentence them to death. Call it a guillotine, and I'm in as the executioner.
You in as the executioner.
Chop their fucking head off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, the toughest thing about that is it goes against, either one goes against my morals.
Mm-hmm.
Because my morals is he who fucking casts the judgment should carry out the sentence.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so that's why I feel like with kids, that's why, like, even whenever we decide to do something, you like, babe, I just want this and that, da, da, da. I'm like, okay, cool. Give me some time to write it myself because I'm making the decision. I'm the leader of the household, something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm captain, you co-captain, you the navigator, whatever. And it's like, I make the decision. So I have to make right because I'm the one who has to live with this decision. I can't just be like, well, Fox said we had to do this. No, I can't live like that. So it's hard for me to be a judge and be like, oh, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, sentence this dude to death. And then also look over there and be like, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's the toughest one. I might get shot.
You going to get shot on that one?
No, I love life though. I love life. Somebody else will have to die first. I'm not against executing a person, obviously. So I could get with being. I'm in the military. I could get with being an executioner.
Yeah, that would be my thing too. Be the executioner because I don't want to be the one to say.
But
hey,
judges get paid more.
You deserve to die. Like just because 12 people decided you deserve to die, I'm telling you, okay, as amidst these 12 people, you're gonna die.
So you rather just be the person like, and then just
like,
take away the switch.
Job, dog.
I don't know. That shit remind me of like Nazi Germany though. When you're doing it like that, you know what I mean? It's like, hey boss, this ain't nothing personal.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Come on. And they just sitting there looking at you like Rocky when you're ready to eat.
Hey, well, I ain't even looking at you. I'm turning my whole ass back.
No,
I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
That's
Rest in power or some shit, whatever y'all be saying. Yo,
what the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean?
Rest in power.
Rest in power.
I feel like motherfuckers just be sitting there like
Who gets power
like
when
no,
they resting?
no, somebody just sitting there resting in power like they going Super Saiyan like on Dragon Ball, like they just resting in the cast. Like,
and and then you're talking about just rest in peace, or they say something. It's just for them. So I don't know if people actually think that the person's supposed to see this or hear this.
I 100% think it's for attention.
Them.
No, I think it's for attention. Because think about this. When people die, you'll see people on their Facebook page like, I never got a chance to do this, that, and the third, and I miss you so much. And bro, it's crazy. We was doing this, that, and the third. We was just together. All you doing is this contest because people want to. I really feel like
who
people
been with
the
person first.
Yeah, who want to get
last,
the most sympathy.
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Who's closer.
Yeah, who want to get the most
person.
sympathy because especially if the person is influent or this and that. Like if a pedophile die. Like if I grab a pedophile, throw him in a wood chipper right now, it ain't gonna be all them rip.
Yeah.
Like it ain't gonna be all like, Patty, you know what I mean? Rest in power. No, rest in mulch. Yeah, you are a plant now.
I never understood that. And so, I found myself too, I think probably we all, or at some point, most of us are guilty of it. And I was like, why am I saying this? Because this person, though I love this person so much, cannot see what I'm doing. They probably having another lifetime right now, going through a whole nother life cycle.
If you really take the time to look at all the actions that you take, you'll realize how much of it is not for who you thought it was. Like, and it's not most of people would like to say that it's for the person, The two number one lies is for the person or it's for myself. Usually when people say it's for myself, it's not for yourself. It's not for yourself. Because the difference between you getting $100 pair of heels and $1,000 pair of heels, to me, is not a big deal at all because they're either going to be towards the ceiling or off. Like, so you could do that in $100 heels, you could do that in $1,000 heels. You know what I'm saying? The difference of you getting a pair of badass Louis is so that when another woman see you and she's like, oh, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because most dudes, we're not going to know. Like, to be honest, most dudes not going to know. If I see a pair of shoes that got red bottom, I assume that they're red. Unless it's like, I know that shit is cheap. Like, you know what I mean? When I see that heel doing the Macarena, like, the motherfuckers over there like, shit over there with the faith heels. It's like, then I know, like, them shit's probably, that's probably rainbow. Fuck out of here, dog. But, yeah, for the most part, it's like, that shit ain't, it's just like the difference when we go get a car, and it's like, oh, we going to go with the 400 horsepower package instead of the 350. Yeah, I got this because the women like it. What, you going to feel the difference? Like, you missing 50 horsepower in here when we hit these corners. Right. Ain't nobody about to say that. You did that.
First of all, drive carefully. Drive carefully when I'm in your car.
Yeah, for real.
Right? You ain't going to hit 240 on no dash nowhere.
Yeah, but you know I got 240 on the dash.
You barely reaching 80.
Kilometers?
So like, keep that
better
shit
be talking about no
together.
mile per hour. So, yeah, I think too many times we doing that shit for other people. Like, I thought about it when my cousin died. And my cousin was like a brother to me. And it's named John Dennis, right? It was like a brother. We was been super tight. And like I told you, he was in a wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair because he got paralyzed. He got shot when he was younger. And when he died, everybody be coming out the woodworks, this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking like, where was you motherfuckers at when he was sending me emails on deployment about he needed this, that, and the third? And I'm up like, all right, cool. Just because I don't come up and act an ass and be like, oh, it's like I just never been that type. And I understand some people got to be that type, right? They got to feel that way. And but it's one of those like, it's the grief Olympics. You know what I'm saying? It was the grief Olympics where people got to be like, oh, you love them. Well, guess what? I remember one time we did this and that. And
like, or feel their worth in that person's
yeah,
life.
Feel that worth in their person. Like, try to justify a lot of it sometimes probably is guilt too. Like, you did a person kind of like shitty, and then it's like, now you kind of just, well, I did this and I did that. It's like, what about when you left that motherfucker at the bus stop in the rain? And you said, fuck him because of this and that. You left him on the side of the highway. You ran off with him, rent money.
Them out, mistreating them,
beating them, this and that. It was just like a lot of dudes saying about like everybody on this kick to protect your, like, man, you need to protect your woman. And you know who the main ones who doing that? Real men, we don't like, it went in my face, huh?
You gonna bite your nose.
Yeah, if real men ain't the ones out here fussing about like, oh, you got to protect the woman. We understand we got to protect the woman, just like we understand we got to take care of our kids and we got to go to work and we don't need to make a big fuss about it. We just do it, right? The people who fussing the most is women who obviously feel unprotected for various reasons,
right?
And dudes who cheat on or beat on a girl.
Yeah.
Those are the dudes who be up there like, only me can abuse my woman. It's like, oh, hey, don't disrespect my woman. It's like, you fucked her sister. You fucked her coworker. Yeah. They talking about her in the lunchroom right now.
You slapped the hell out of her.
Yeah, you slapped the taste out of her
mouth. A warm beer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You slapped the taste out of her because you done lost a little money at the casino or something. You done fucked around and lost your wallet. You take it out on her, but it's like, don't let no man say nothing about her 27 piece.
You slapped because somebody else was looking at her.
Yeah, it's up here like, man, her ass fat. Why you got a fat ass?
I know.
You bought it.
Look, it's nothing that we're not joking in that manner. It's just crazy how people.
It's crazy how people look at it. It's something like, I'm gonna treat you like ass, but it's like, don't let somebody say something crazy. I would much rather you let somebody say some wild shit to me once in a while and treat me like a god. Like, you know what I mean? Just treat me wonderfully, like, and then somebody say something, you big ass head. You ain't gonna defend me, babe. You know, it's fine. You've taken care of me. It's all right. I'll shoot her myself. Shoot her my fucking self.
For real. Well, y'all, thank you for sitting with us in Uncle Legend's Corner. We always appreciate your support. Hit us up if you have anything you want to add to the segment, want to be on the show. Ask us a few questions. Ask unclelegend@gmail.com.
Peace.
All right.
How big was that fucking mosquito? You heard that shit hit the window?
After the show.
Yeah, big ass bug.
It's probably a frog.
Nah, that wasn't no damn frog. He ain't stick it off.
Baby frog.
Nah, I'm about to get a baby gun.
After the show, guys, what's going on? What's up? You know, we hit
After the show, what's the after party? What y'all got? Y'all got any questions, feedback?
Yeah.
What y'all saying out
You
here?
don't have to be on topic. It can be off topic.
I can talk about whatever y'all want.
I love off topics. So
Talk about whatever y'all want. We don't care what it is.
Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Not do what you want to do.
Do what you can afford to do if you see us in public when we ride up on your ass.
What we not going to do is what we want to do.
Rant, rave, misbehave, get buried.
Get slapped too.
I don't know. Yo, it just be so many people on all the apps and don't nobody say, like people just sitting here like, what's the, like who sent you? Hold on, let me get locked in right quick.
If for the show,
Who
afterwards. No, it's fine if they don't want to say anything in the show. And I appreciate those who do say things in the show.
Yeah.
Of course, interaction is always great. But the people after the show that just hang around,
Yeah, what's up?
like, what y'all doing?
You just
What
want
y'all
to see how the
hanging
house
around
look?
for?
Huh? You miss one
What's
of us?
up? Talk to me.
You miss one of us? We's married now. We's married. You miss somebody? Huh?
Oh, you miss? Oh,
You miss us? Huh? You miss one of us? Huh? One of my exes, one of her exes. She mine now, dog. She mine now. You know what I'm saying?
thank
Mine.
you, thank you, Uncle.
Her name ain't even hyphenated. She would have hyphenated your name because you wasn't the right man.
Oh my God.
Her last
You gotta
name.
be like, same with y'all bitches in there. That's it. He ain't coming back to you, okay? He good where he at. Buying time.
Buying time. Yeah, we out here. I mean, you ain't really want these problems anyway. We already
Right.
drive each other crazy. You know, you ain't got enough gas for this. Gas prices high as hell right now. You ain't got enough gas for this engine.
You saw.
You know what I'm saying? Vroom, motherfucker. You don't want these problems. It's fucking smoke show out here.
You all right? You all right? Get a little heated over there.
Because I'm
I
about
don't
to.
even know who's on. It's probably
don't
just
know.
our family.
Yes.
My uncle's still there.
Yeah, it's my son sitting there after basketball practice like, damn, Dad, hi.
Calm down.
Ramadan's been rough. Oh, shit, speaking of that.
Gotcha, baby. I'm right here. Ain't going nowhere.
We ran this one a little long. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you go with this one. Just hit end stream when you're done. I got,
I'm
I
not
got to go
in
do.
stream because nobody's talking to me. So if they don't want to talk to me, then